Hey first graders, I'm here to do a making meaning read aloud with you. Today we're going to do a little bit of two skills that you have worked on before. And we're going to start with visualizing. So visualizing is, a skill that we worked on earlier this school year, and we practiced by closing our eyes and listening to the words that Miss Lumsden reads and trying to paint our own picture of what we are hearing in our minds. So you have a lot of practice with that. So this week we're going to do a nonfiction book and visualize some of the things. And then we're also going to try and make some connections. So this book is called Throw Your Tooth on the Roof. And it says Tooth Traditions from Around the World. It is written by Sally B. Beeler and illustrated by G. Brian Karras. So Throw Your Tooth on the Roof is a book that is nonfiction, like I said, and it tells us tons of different ways that kids around the world in different countries celebrate losing their teeth. So we're going to use first visualizing, and then we're going to talk about the connections we have to how other kids celebrate losing their teeth versus how we celebrate losing our teeth. So I'm only going to read parts of the book. I'm going to have you start by closing your eyes and listening to the words and create a picture of the tooth tradition. So I'm going to start with, let me find my right page here. I'm going to start with the United States. So this is all about our tradition here in the United States. I want you to just close your eyes and imagine. Ready? I put my tooth under my pillow. While I'm sound asleep, the tooth fairy will come into my room, take my tooth, and leave some money in its place. All right, so you visualize what that looks like, and I'm sure you're having connections because that is what we do here. So I'm sure you have a connection to how we're doing that there. So we could discuss the pictures that you saw in your brain if we were in class, so you can maybe pause the video and tell your mom or your stuffed animal or anybody what you imagined in your brain when you listened to that part. Okay, so now we're going to do a little more visualizing with other countries. So I'm going to read again some other or I'm going to have you again close your eyes. And I'm going to read you from Argentina. So that's a country in South America. And this is what they do. Ready? Close your eyes and imagine. I put my tooth in a glass of water. During the night, a little mouse called El Ratoncito will come and drink all the water, take my tooth, and leave me some coins or candy in the empty glass. All right, so you can again maybe pause and talk about what you imagine, but we know that this sounds much different than what we celebrate here in the United States. Okay, so the next country I'm going to read is Cameroon. Close your eyes and imagine this tradition. I throw my tooth over the roof, shouting, "Take this bad tooth and bring me a new one." Then I hop around my house on one foot and everyone laughs. So in that country, I'm sure you had fun imagining that one. They're jumping around, they're throwing their teeth over their house. How fun. All right, the next one I'm going to read to you is the country of Russia. This one's short. Close your eyes and imagine what this looks like. My mother said to put my tooth in a mouse hole in the ground. So if you are a child in Russia that loses a tooth, you have to go find a hole in the ground to put your tooth in. All right, and the last one we're going to read is the country of Vietnam. Trying to find that page. There it is. Ready? Close your eyes and visualize. I throw my lower tooth on the roof and I throw my upper tooth under the bed. So when they lose teeth that are from the bottom of their mouth, they throw them over the roof. But if they lose teeth from the top of their mouth, they throw them under their bed. How interesting. Okay, so that's what we've read about these other countries. So you could maybe pause and discuss the traditions you liked or why you liked that one or what one sounds cool. There's also a little more information in this book. I just want to give you a peek about it. It has a diagram of the teeth. We've talked a lot about doing diagrams from our informational text. so that the information is there too. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed visualizing and hearing about traditions from other countries. I also hope you're making some connections, or if they're not connections, maybe you're noticing how it's different than what we do here in the United States. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.